Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 5th of August 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Gay Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Friday and what energy you'll be working with. So as you can see, I don't usually use the guidebook here. Let's see what's coming up here on Friday. Okay, first card, got the Guide of Swords. It looks like a mix between the Page and the Knight of Swords to me. Then we've got the Ace of Swords, okay. So a major blessing on this day in terms of the way you understand things intellectually, the way you're able to make decisions, to get your point across. And then finally the Six of Cups, which is about selfless love. It's like a genuine soul connection. Okay, interesting. So I think that with the cards being laid out the way they are, you may be under the illusion that you have to do something or be something if you want to be loved. And the thing that falls away, or the penny drops, that you're lovable exactly the way you are. And that if you want to be with a soulmate, an equal, a kindred spirit, then that's totally possible. You don't need to change anything about yourself. And, you know, that's easily said. But then living in our society where there's so much pressure for men and women to look a certain way, to be a certain way, it can be almost laughable to hear things like, oh, you know, it's who you are on the inside that matters and looks aren't important. I mean, that used to be something parents told their kids like decades ago. But these days, I mean, if you're countering that with Instagram and the Kardashians and all these pressures that we've got, then it seems laughable these days to say that looks aren't important. But the cards are saying here, the Guide of Swords, this is someone who's still figuring things out. So this is progress, not perfection. And that's very much all of us. None of us have everything figured out intellectually or physically or relationship-wise. It's an ongoing process. So this card particularly says, what is it where you don't feel particularly expert? Is it in your job? Is it in your relationships? What area of your life makes you feel somewhat insecure, or like you're less than experienced, or you're less than an expert particularly? And then with the Ace of Swords coming along, that is a present from the universe. The sword just appears out of this hat. And an idea, a clarity, a way of seeing a solution is simply presented to you. So whatever area you're not an expert in, let's say it's work, you have an idea or something just clicks and you're like, hey, maybe I should go online and try to apply on there. Maybe that'll work for me. Or if it's relationships, then you just have this light bulb go off that says, hey, maybe I'll meet someone at the gym. Let me start going there and start talking to people about, I don't know, like if I see someone do an exercise that I don't know, maybe I'll just ask them to show it to me. And maybe that's a good way to meet people. That's the idea that's coming in anyway. Or it could be, how do I feel better in my body? And you start reading stuff. Something really resonates about your diet or way of exercising. And it makes you more of an expert in that field. So the Guide of Swords is a court card, and the court cards go from the Page to the Knight to the King and Queen. And it represents levels of expertise. So the Page has no idea what he's doing, no viewpoint, but he's willing to learn. The Guide has a lot of ideas and a lot of opinions, but some of them are wrong. And he has to undo certain beliefs and find his way towards more helpful and powerful beliefs. But the good thing is that he's starting to find his own voice. And he learns that he has to apologize when he gets things wrong, but when he gets things right, he's elevated and seen as an expert. So it's worth learning and starting to find your voice. It's a positive thing to do. So the promise of these two cards is really that you can become an expert, or you can become much more skilled in an area of your life that's causing you some problems right now. But because we have the Six of Cups, this particularly is about relationships, and usually it's more about friendship. Usually we have this young girl giving a cup filled with flowers to this woman who's kind of receiving them, and it's a friendship, and it's about feeling safe and giving something because you want to see the other person happy. Here it's much more a romantic relationship. So we've got these two guys sitting in bed, and he's giving him a present. You know, there's a book on the different love languages, and for some people it's getting gifts. For other people it's being told verbally that I love you and you look so beautiful today. For other people it's like having cooking a meal and expressing your love that way. So whichever your love language is, the message here is that you can really have this intimate, amazing moment with someone by expressing yourself honestly and truly. So that is a lesson in itself, that if you are yourself, if you realize that you don't need to change anything, or not even that, on this day you say, well, I don't feel perfect, I feel like I should change something, but I'm just going to be my authentic self as I am today, while I'm looking to change those things. And it's that authenticity that allows you to connect with someone in a really genuine way. So that may be the lesson, that even if you're not particularly thrilled about certain things about you, you don't need to change them. Someone else will like them. And then second of all, if the area of your life that you're interested in learning about or making improvements in is relationships, then today is showing up and expressing yourself and kind of giving yourself as a gift, your presence, your attention to someone else, that could lead to a wonderful new relationship. So the key things I think today are learning about the relationship you have with yourself, with other people, and particularly if it's a theme in its own right, I want to be in a relationship, or I want to see whether this relationship still works for me. I want to start going on some dates again. Wherever you're at with that, it's a great day to get started, because you're seeing yourself much more clearly. And the outcome of that is very positive, because someone sees you for who you are. And then obviously the relationship is based on truth and a genuine connection, rather than putting on some facade or pretending to be something you're not. So there's the likelihood to really meet the soulmate, because you're coming across so well. Anything that's been complicated, really focus on that and try and understand it again, even if it's eluded you for the last 2 decades. Then look at it again today and say, I haven't succeeded in this area of my life, succeeded in inverted commas. It's still important to me. I'm going to look at this again, and you'll really make a lot of progress and learn a lot on this day. So it's nice. It's self-acceptance and love from other people. So it's love from every different direction. And the love we have for ourselves is the best, because that's consistent and nothing can ever stop that. Number-wise, we've got a chord card, which is 1. 1 and 1 is 2, and 6 is 8. 8 in numerology is power and strength. So you really have the power and the confidence and the courage to look at something complicated that you haven't mastered in your life, in order to have this amazing breakthrough and to master it once and for all on this day. So it's the confidence to try again, particularly in an area that you're not naturally gifted in, or you don't feel gifted or blessed in. Wow, so that's amazing, because when you have to kind of pull your inner resources to do something that's risky or scary, and then you overcome that obstacle, the payoff on the other side usually is wonderful and amazing. So it looks like this day has something really special to offer. I hope you have a great day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.